Hey there, YouTubers. So I have a water heater here, and I've decided I was going to change the heating elements. Now, there's two heating elements in this one, and I did call a plumber to do this job, and he told me it was going to be about $350. So I was able to buy the parts for $50, and I bought a tool that cost me $10. So I'm in for $60, and we're going to see how long it takes me to do, and if this is a do-it-yourself job, which I'm going to tell you right now it is. First, we are going to turn off the electricity to the hot water heater. And we've got sprinkler pump, pool, dryer. There's our water heater. Now, because I have a recirculating pump, I also want to make sure that I'm turning off the breaker to that as well, so it's down 3. Next, we're going to turn off the main water supply coming into the house. We're going to hook up a small hose and let a little bit of the water out. So I'm going to remove a screw here, move a screw there, then come down to the lower one, and they have a screw there and a screw there. Just use a Phillips head screwdriver. Remove those covers. There is some insulation underneath there. Just pull them out. And then there is a tab. One of these things you can kind of have, but with these, this just snaps off. Put that out of the way. Do the same with the bottom. Step, I have a yellow wire and a blue wire being held on with just a Phillips screwdriver. So I'm going to remove those, back out those screws, not going to remove them, and just remove the wires. Here is that tool that I got, and like I said, I think it was like $9 or something. And just going to fit over the nut like that, and then you put a screwdriver through a couple holes, and you just unscrew it. Now, this was a little difficult to actually get up because it was so corroded. It was probably a lot bigger than the hole. So I had to bust up a lot of this element. This probably should have been changed a long time ago. But this should improve my heater's efficiency. So I screwed that back in, and a new one, I should say, not screwed it back in, I screwed a new one in. Hooked up the wires and had to put a gasket on there, fit it over it, and then got it really tight as I could get it. And now we'll go down to the bottom one. And these are color coded. The top one's green, the bottom one is red. So we are 27 minutes in. I have the old one out, new one in, and the electricity hooked up to it. I am gonna just put the stuff back on, but I'm going to flush the tank a little bit, and what I'm going to do with that, you can kind of see just a little bit of sediment coming out of there, is I just turn the incoming water on, give it a couple blasts. It should stir up any sediment down the bottom, and then just close it off again, and then any sediment in the bottom should then be stirred up and drain out the bottom. So I'm going to do that a couple of times, but for most intensive purposes, this is a 30-minute job. Well, since I'm here and I'm already working the thing, I already have it drained, I'm also going to change out the anode. It's pretty much, I think it's a piece of zinc that attracts the elements in the water, and by getting the elements, it stops the tank itself from corroding. Just pop that off. We're gonna cut out just a little bit of insulation right there. It was down a lot deeper than I thought, so I had to dig it out with a screwdriver, and then I use a shop vac to suck it all up, because you don't want all that stuff falling in there once you get out. So I'm gonna put a deep socket on that. So I have a socket that seems to fit, and it's a 1 1/16, and that's a pretty big socket. And I've got it hooked up to a breaker bar, because in there pretty tight too. Loosened up, so I did get it loosened. Now I'm gonna get a ratchet on it, and I'll take it out the rest of the way. The old one was extremely corroded. A lot of it actually, I think, just fell off, and it's probably sitting in the bottom of the tank right now, which isn't great, but I'm gonna put the new one in. Looking at the difference between the old one and the new one. Well, now we're gonna turn the water back on. I got that back in and all tightened up. I'm gonna turn the water on and check for leaks. The water is on. Does not appear to be any leaks there. So in the past day or two, I've changed out the recirculating pump both the heating elements and also the anode sacrificial rod. Anode. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's ANODE for those that can't understand what the heck I'm saying. And I will say the most difficult part of the job was that rod. I looked up after, and it's supposed to be replaced pretty much every 3 or 4 years, and this has been 7, so it was highly corroded, and it made it very difficult to get it out of the water heater. But I'll tell you what, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that like button, and hit the subscription button to subscribe. So if I do more plumbing videos or more car repair videos or more fishing videos, you can check them out. So thanks for watching.